People, check it out. What's going on? Yo, it's another Tuesday night. We back, baby. That's right. Took a little bit of a break. Hope you guys missed us a lot, but the B-LINE Entertainment LLC, the train keeps moving along, baby. It feels real good to be back, guys. I missed you guys, man. There's so much to talk about, so much news going on. I had to step away and take care of some stuff. It's that simple. Like, I'm trying to make this a business, trying to be profitable, trying to move, trying to take care of kids, trying to, listen, people got stuff to do in their life, man. But without further ado, this is the B-LINE Web Show. It is number 148 of the B-LINE Web Show, the very first show that we do, the first show of the week. Also, it's Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about a couple of new topics, as well as catching up on some stuff that's been going on since we've been gone. And I want to announce right now that all the shows will be back starting tonight. We have this show starting tonight. Then we're going to have the wrestling show starting tomorrow night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, straight through the ropes Wrestle Talk. And then we're also going to have the B-LINE Entertainment show coming on. But first, before we get into business, we got to take care of some more business, and that's telling you guys what we're doing here. So check it out. Let's go.
Straight to the point, baby. 3, 2, 1.
Man, 6 years moving along. It feels good, man. I don't know about you guys, but it feels good to feel accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times people do things and it's like you get stuck, you get lost, you get lost in the shuffle, you get busy. But it's like, sometimes you can feel like, oh damn, I don't do enough. I didn't do enough today. I didn't do this or whatever. Let me tell you something, man. I've had a lot of time to think. And I've definitely took a few weeks off to think about what I'm doing and stuff like that, where I'm going, what the future holds. And the one thing that I definitely do realize is I'm happy that I'm doing something that I can look back on and say, hey, I did this. No matter what, it's been 6 years, man. The podcasting, industry was booming, kind of started falling back a little bit. A lot of people started podcasts, a lot of people left podcasts. And for 6 years, I've built this show. I've built this industry, entertainment, whatever company that we got here. Like, I've done it. I haven't walked away from it. I feel successful from it. And I also feel like, hey, I also still feel like this is just the beginning, bro. It's crazy to say that, being 6 years in, but I still feel like this is still the beginning, man. So we got a lot more, obviously, man. Hi, how you guys doing? Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us. I also want to say this real quick. We do have a guest in the building. I'm going to bring him in a second, and we're going to be talking about some topics tonight. But I want to say this real quick, too. Hey, guys, get used to me, yo. I'm just telling y'all right now, I already know right now I'm going to be losing a lot of friends. I just want y'all to just get ready for it. I'm going to be losing a lot of friends because I'm sharing my shit everywhere that I don't care if you know me, don't know me, if it's on the topic of what you talk about. I do not care. Do y'all understand? there's one thing that I'm doing this year going into this new year. I am full throttle, bro. I don't care about people's mistakes. I don't care about people's comments. I don't care what you think. I want to do this, and I'm going to fully dive head first into everything from this point going forward. So if you thought I was annoying before, y'all better get ready because it ain't nowhere near where it's about to be. But yo, listen, I say all that to say thank you guys so much for joining me, man. This is my name is Brian B, and I host this web show as well as the other shows we're talking about. Like I said, tomorrow night we will be back with the wrestling show, a Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. Join us at 9:00 p.m. We're gonna be talking about all things wrestling, everything that's been going on in WWE, AEW, a whole bunch of different things. And then of course on Thursday night, 9:00 p.m., we have the B-LINE Entertainment Show, baby. Me and Kyle Eric gonna be back. Yo, we gonna be talking about everything that's been going on, things that we've been watching, movies, TV. There's a lot of new shows out too. So we're gonna be talking about everything getting caught back up with what's going on in entertainment. And of course, not for nothing, but make sure you go on, head on over to YouTube and please subscribe to the channel. We're looking for 10 subscribes every episode that we do. So subscribe to the channel and let us know what you think. You can also check us out at the B-Line Entertainment LLC.com, where you have all the stuff that we do, as well as we do video editing services, as well as advertising for you, merch. You know, we got all of that stuff over there. So definitely check out the website. It's been up for a while, man. Thank you guys so much. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna keep them waiting no more. Without further ado, listen, I've been doing this little podcast thing for the last year now. And I've had a partner, man. Me and him have been collabing on a lot of stuff. We've had a lot of great discussions in the fields of entertainment, as well as real life, you know, just talking about real stuff. But it's been a lot of fun, and we're going to continue this journey starting back on tonight, man. So without further ado, let me bring to the stage from the A for Able podcast and a bunch of other things. He's not singly talented, he's multi-talented, but you got my man. Bring him back to the stage, Kyle Eric. What up, Kyle?
What's good? What's good? I'm gonna warn you right now. I'm not 100% myself tonight.
Kyle's coming in strong. We
nursing,
back at it.
I've been nursing a cold for 3 days.
Listen, bro. Hey,
I'm on the mend though. I'm on the mend.
Listen, well, first of all, glad to see you, because you know, if you coming in and you're not feeling too well, I definitely understand. So I definitely appreciate you being in, and glad to see you. Because like I said, man, we've been out for a little while, man.
Oh, yeah.
How's everything been?
You know what? Everything else has been pretty good. Surprisingly busy. Shout out to the Tea and Cornbread podcast. They've been doing their thing lately. They've been doing this whole month for the Tea and Cornbread podcast, which is the one I produce with my mother, right?
Yeah.
They've been doing this whole thing for Men's Health Awareness Month, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that actually.
And what they're calling it is Man Up for Your Health. So what they're doing is pretty much every episode they have a guy on of a certain profession, and it's been great. Like they've had me on, they've had a couple doctors on, barber, business owner, lawyer, and we got one more other one coming soon. But they've been doing it regularly. I think this is the most consistent I have seen their stuff come out.
That's awesome.
So shout out to them. Check them out on all podcast platforms, including YouTube at Tea and Cornbread. Okay?
That's what's up. Yeah, definitely check out the Tea and Cornbread podcast. Kyle, give me an update, bro. Can you hear me okay? Am I doing all right? I don't know.
I hear you just fine.
Perfectly. Fine. There we go. Yeah, I haven't been behind the mic, man, in a couple weeks at this point. But
how do I sound to you?
Good, real good, man. Cold and all. You sound like you're doing good, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing great things. So basically, man, I wanted to get on today, and like I said, I have a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about. We've definitely had a lot of stuff happen since we've been gone. But first of all, happy holidays, everybody, man. Listen, we in the holiday season, man. We were supposed to do a Halloween episode, kind of just covering Halloween. If you guys know anything about the B-Line Entertainment LLC, we do a spectacular Halloween spectacular every year for the last 5 years, man. And this year was the first one we didn't. But it's all good, man. I mean, I've really enjoyed doing the previous ones. I've spread them around, and believe it or not, they're still kind of getting attention. I still get messages every now and then about them.
Nice.
But yeah, the Halloween officially kicks off the holiday season. We about to be eating some turkey and some stuffing. Man, listen, I can't wait, bro.
Me, you know what? Me either. I love Thanksgiving because I get to see. Like, I got a big family,
Yeah.
right? I got a big family on both sides. I usually go on my dad's side, and my mother's actually doing Thanksgiving this year, and she doesn't normally do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
So yeah, so we're doing like a little thing, I believe, this week at her place, and then I'll be at my dad's for Thanksgiving officially, and it'll be the first year I have a significant other on Thanksgiving.
There you
So,
go.
and
Nice.
it's great. I get to I get to introduce her to family members who haven't met her yet, and she gets to see my dad's new spot.
Yo, that's
So
actually a good topic too, man. And also I just want to say, hey, everybody watching in the everybody watching out there, definitely join in the comments. You'll tell us what you guys are looking forward to this Thanksgiving holiday season. Tell us what you're eating. Tell us what you're looking forward to eating. We're definitely going to have a holiday Thanksgiving show on the entertainment show in a few weeks. So that'll be something you guys can look forward to as well. But yeah, I mean, how is it, Kyle? Like, I haven't been in this situation in a while, but how is it, like, introducing the family to like somebody that you're dating? You know what I'm saying? Like, it can
you
be a hit or
know
miss.
now you know this has been like me and Babe. It has been incredibly easy.
Yeah.
Like it's been incredibly easy. Like some of my family members already knew. Like a couple of my family members already knew her,
Okay.
right? Like they already had she already had a connection with a couple of my cousins, right?
Got it. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
you
had
did say that.
and I had a connection with one of her cousins who she's not particularly close to, but they're cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then when we first started getting together, I number one, like she met some of my peoples before we officially got together. But what I wanted to do was, she said she wanted to meet everybody organically, as
Yeah.
time went on, and then I waited a few months before actually introducing her to my mom, and because my mom was the one that said after about 2 months, almost 3 months of dating, she said, when you are ready, I would like to meet her, right?
Yeah. That's
Then
good.
we started going out to, like, we used to have these game nights we would go to,
Yeah.
and handfuls of my family would show up and my sister would host, and she had already met her at that point. So she had already met clusters of my family members, right? What has been very interesting, and my friends have pointed it out to me, is I didn't introduce them to her like immediately or like right away. My thing was, I wanted to make sure, number one, that I was ready for this, and that she was ready for this, and that this was gonna, because I knew that this was the real thing, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
rush. But I didn't want to rush into stuff. And my friends are like my chosen family. You
Gotcha.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So when they started getting ready to meet her, the more I started talking her up, the more they were like, "We got to meet her. She seems like such a sweetheart, and plus, it's you." You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and my friends are very protective of me, and I'm like, trust me, she's like, you have nothing to worry about. You have,
Yeah.
no,
It's always one thing when you know it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But that's one of the crazy things about, like, dating, man. It's like, when you're meeting somebody, and then it's one thing when it's you and that person. But
Yeah,
when it comes time for, like, occasions like holidays, or, graduations or weddings, or, these are times where you have to bring the person that you're dealing with around everybody else that you deal with. And
yeah,
that shit is challenging, man. I think it's a conversation that doesn't get had as often as
yeah,
it should, because, like you said, there's a kind of feeling out process that I
hmm
think most people should go through, especially if it's serious. But how do you handle the situations when somebody might not know it's not serious, and you're over there dipping and dodging, like, hey, can I meet your mom? Well, she works a lot.
Mm. Mm.
She doesn't live close to here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely a difficult,
Oh yeah.
topic for relationships.
Oh yeah. We had and me and Babe, we had talked about that too, and
Yeah.
situation with her, situation where her family is very complicated, but
Okay.
her, but they knew about me. Her father, who unfortunately passed away back in April, he,
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
yeah, he knew about me. He approved of me,
Okay.
and that was my biggest thing because he's the closest one to her. So
Gotcha.
my
Okay.
thing was I wanted to let him know as a man, right, that I'm taking care of his daughter.
Yeah.
That's
It's
you
important.
know
This is
that's
important.
what I wanted him to know as a man. I am taking care of his daughter. That was the biggest thing for me. And like right before, like she would talk to him off and on about how things are going. He was happy, and then when he was in that last few months of life, it was like, what, at least they talk, and I don't have to worry too much. He can trust me with her, no problem.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
the biggest thing. My mom already thinks she's a sweetheart,
That's
right?
good.
My
Yep.
mom and my mom and my dad. Um, so we kind of got in trouble with my dad when she first met him, right? And it was because we were making out in public, and
Listen, that's not nothing to get in trouble for.
I know we're 30
That's something to
something.
be happy about.
We're 30 something years old,
Especially nowadays. Say that shit
right,
right now.
right. But the thing was, we didn't know it wasn't like, we knew it was a public place, but not a public place. It was like a little outdoor restaurant, and we got a little too
Oh.
comfortable, and yeah, and then they had to bring my dad over, who was hosting the event. To there's like, there are people making out on my couch. It happens to be me,
Oh
and that's
God.
not
Oh, hey,
something
listen.
I normally do. Neither one of us.
Shit.
So yeah.
Something I normally do. But nah, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was an interesting topic since you just brought it up. But
Yeah,
I
meeting
mean,
the
yeah,
family and meeting the friends,
yeah,
like,
definitely something that you gotta prepare for in a lot of situations. Unless you don't care, if you just like whatever, man.
oh
Yeah,
no,
mom, dad, whatever.
I care. I wanted her,
Kiss my
like, I wanted the people closest to her to know, to me, I'm serious.
yeah.
First off,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
stuff is important. That stuff is important for sure. But
Mm.
guys, listen, we're gonna jump into a couple of the topics that we have tonight. First off, we got something new here. We're gonna do here at the B-Line Entertainment on the web show. We got hot topics, yo. The hot topics is gonna actually be throughout all of the shows. We're gonna talk about, we're not gonna spend too much time on them, but we're gonna talk about things that are going on that
Mhm.
have happened within the week or the month or whatever, whatever topics we feel. And this is
Mhm.
definitely one of the biggest ones that happened recently, and I don't feel like enough people are talking about it, yo. But
What's up?
if you're paying attention to money, we just
We just
lost
lost a
the
penny.
we
Yeah,
just lost money. Like,
we
how the
just
fuck?
lost. We just lost
What
a penny.
happened? What
I
happened, bro?
According to what I'm hearing, it was costing too much to make one penny.
Yeah,
See,
listen.
that's how you know we in trouble
Yeah,
as a nation. That's how you know we're in trouble. That the penny, one
just
cent.
just
Like
getting rid of shit.
like the mint in Philadelphia made their last penny. So you'll see it in circulation every so often, but there will be no more new pennies.
Yo, well, see, this is the thing that's crazy. When I heard this story, and I don't know if you're like me, but if you were walking around and you were going into stores, you were actually seeing that stores were actually requesting, like, hey, please don't give us change. Please have exact change. Please use your
Oh
card
yeah.
because we
Mhm.
don't have any change. They were running out of change and stuff like that. I literally was in Five Below a couple weeks ago with my daughter, and they at the sign on the counter said, "Hey, listen, we don't do change. You're not going to get any change back, and we don't have any." Blah blah blah. And when you think of just how crazy that is, because
Mhm.
no matter how small the domination is, that is cash. That's
Yep.
cash. You feel
Yep.
me? Like, if you go to a store and you have 100 pennies in your pocket and you go put that on the table and you buy an Arizona iced tea,
Yep.
that should be efficient. And I'm pretty sure it still is.
It still is.
But
They haven't changed their prices. So
Yeah, if you take that though, and you're not making it anymore, and you're putting it in a situation where you're like, hey, listen, whatever's left is left.
yeah.
It's only a matter of time, Kyle. Be serious, like
Oh yeah.
before they start to say, like, hey, we're not taking change anymore.
Oh
Hey, we're
yeah.
not taking cash anymore.
Absolutely.
That's very interesting.
There has been a not even speculation, but people have brought up data that suggests that eventually they want to transition us completely to a digital dollar,
I believe it.
right?
I believe it. Yeah, I think
So
this is the head. I think this is the head start right here.
this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. I mean, like there are already places in different places around the world, like China and Japan, where you're paying with your facial recognition.
That's right.
You're paying.
Yep.
You're paying with your handprint. You're paying. You might be paying with an eye scan at some point. All
Yeah.
all they basically need is your name and access to whatever accounts you have, and that's how you pay. Swipe, swipe, scan, scan. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what else is crazy about that, bro? You
Mhm.
literally have things like, we've always had credit scores.
Yes.
So if you have a credit score, you could tell a lot by somebody's credit score as far as financials,
Financials. Yeah.
situation. When you're going to try to buy a house, when you're going to try to buy a car,
When you're
they don't
trying
even
to
teach
rent,
us. Yeah, when you're trying to rent, when you're trying to get a job at this point,
you're
but
trying to
they
get a
don't-
job. Facts.
For real, bro. They don't teach us that shit in school. Like that's
No.
stuff that you learn when you get into the workforce, or your parents may have taught you and stuff like that on their own. But I can see something like that happening, bro. Like literally like starting it like, hey, your value is what your credit score is worth. So if we deem you, you walk into the store and you're trying to get some steak and some potatoes and stuff like that or whatever, but you got a credit score of 548, hey, maybe we're gonna decide you can only get 2 steaks this month. You can only you have to leave the steaks for other people.
That does have a name, and I forget the name, but there were these reports where stores were trying to basically charge you based on what they think you could afford.
That is so crazy, man.
One minute somebody will charge you like so much for a steak, and then they'll charge someone else even more based on what that person might be wearing that day.
That is crazy, bro.
And remember, surge pricing is a thing, especially when it comes to like, Uber rides and stuff like that. But remember a couple of years ago when I think it was either Arby's or Wendy's that got into some hot water because there was rumors going around that they wanted to start surge pricing for their food.
Damn, no, I didn't hear that at all.
You didn't look it up, man. That's
crazy.
They stopped. They stopped after all because it got into some huge controversy. But it just shows you what we will stand for and the stuff that we won't.
Yeah,
You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
listen, man, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But that was one of the topics that I saw that I wanted to talk about in the hot topics. No more penny, man. I mean, I feel like I'm getting too damn old, bro. Where money is starting to expire.
No other generation, though. No other generation that I remember has gotten to go through this, except for like the $2 bill. That's
Okay, yeah.
That's the most I could think of. Like
Yeah.
if you still got a $2 bill, hold on to that. That could be worth some money. But imagine,
Bro.
Imagine though. You got relatives who have all their money in a jug, right?
Yeah.
They got
Yep.
all their money in a jug. Imagine what those pennies may be worth in a few years, or maybe not. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking too. I was also one of the things that I did while I was on my break, I was like, really diving into homeschooling my daughter. And one of the things, we went on like a field trip and we went to the bank. And I went to my bank and we stood in line and wasted time, unfortunately, because I tried to get her a 50 cent a half dollar, silver dollar, whatever you call it, a coin. And then I tried to get her a dollar coin, one of the gold ones. And then I tried to get her a $2 bill, like you just said.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, they made such a big deal out of this shit, bro. Like they didn't want to give it up. The lady was like, "Oh, we have them all wrapped." And I mean, I get it. I guess if you have like a wrap of them, they were like the only way you can get them is if you buy like a whole case of them. So I had to spend like $50 just to get them. I mean, I didn't do it, but I was like, I just wanted to go in there and, drop a 5 on the counter. Like, hey, can I get these, these coins and these bills? And they made it a whole fucking challenging experience, bro. So it's like, I do feel like we are definitely getting out. Before, you used to be able to walk into a business and have
Hmm.
cash in your pocket and
Yep.
go ahead and go forward. But now, even when you go to Walmart and you go to those self checkout machines, a lot of them shits are card only. They don't even allow
Yep.
cash.
Yep.
So
That's what I was trying to
it's
explain to my mom once, because she had noticed that all I'm carrying around now is a card,
yeah,
and she's like, "You got to at least have $20 in your pocket just in case."
she's not wrong.
And I'm like, "She's not wrong, but bills are not being like you're seeing more people pay with cards more than ever, more than ever before,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and and because we know what we know what's a possibility and we know what's coming. They already got rid of the penny because they claim it's too, because it's too expensive to make, right?
yeah.
Eventually they're going to get rid of the rest of these coins. The only time you're going to see a coin, I bet you, is if they like recirculate it for like an anniversary or something.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
definitely commemorative or whatever.
Different
Yeah,
coins, exactly. So it's getting to even paper is there. It's going to get to a point where we are going to go completely digital. I don't want
yeah,
that, even though that does sound cool, but I don't want that. Given what I know now, like you said, your credit score could determine a lot of stuff. True, but you know what you can also pay with your freaking social security number.
yeah. I heard of that too. I heard of like
P-
I know it's a stock. Your social security number is actually on the stock market. Like
Stock
I think,
market.
yeah, it's
We are
stocks. Yeah,
stocks.
yeah, we're stocks.
Human beings are stocks.
I heard of that shit a long time ago.
What?
But yo, listen, we're gonna this
We're,
this is
yeah,
hot
yeah, yeah.
topics.
This is
So
our topic.
I know
So,
Kyle, you know us. We'll go on a topic for
we
fucking
go on that
25 minutes.
topic forever, but I know you got other
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, we're gonna touch bases. So that's gonna be something that I'm probably gonna talk about it in different shows and stuff like that. But there's
yeah.
definitely a lot of conversation around that.
Mhm.
But let's go ahead and jump into the next topic that we got on the table. This was an interesting one right here too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. All right. So recently there was a story in the news where this girl was going out door dashing and stuff like that, and I guess she went to somebody's house and to deliver the food, and this guy was passed out, drunk, whatever the hell he was,
Yep.
but he had his pants down.
Yep.
So she went, and I guess thinking she was funny, and thinking it was a joke, and she took pictures of this guy and posted it on TikTok. And they found out, and now her ass is severely paying the price for that mistake.
Well, here's the other thing.
Okay, go ahead.
She claimed. Now, what had it go viral is she claimed victimhood. She said
That's right. I remember.
Yeah.
That's right.
She said that she was not, like she went in there and he had already pulled his pants. No, She's like, I'm the victim. He had his pants down. He was asleep in his, but she forgot to mention, number one, yeah, the door was slightly open and then she pushed it and then went in. He was he was drunk on the couch in his own apartment. He didn't
That's
say
right.
come in.
In
He
his
did not-
house.
He did not give her consent to enter the house. Right?
Yeah.
So
Listen,
she
bro.
claimed victimhood, said it online, you know what I'm saying? And then it went viral. Then people found out the truth. And here we are.
Listen, yeah, you know what? That's right. I do remember the rest of that story now because yeah. This story is even more interesting now, Kyle, that you brought that piece into it. But my piece from it that I was running with from the beginning was, yo, we have to stop with this post everything shit.
For real.
And you know what? It sounds so hypocritical of me to say that right now in the era where, I mean, I am literally diving into social media in a place where I've never done it for. I literally was posting, me and my wife last week before last, we posted 30 videos a day. 30 videos a day. To where we were just posting different things. It wasn't taking pictures of nobody with their pants down and shit.
Right.
But it was just content. It was like we were just talking. We were one thing I did like a interview thing about myself and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's like we've been definitely trying to gain a little bit more traction online, building the brand and stuff.
Yep.
But this whole thing with posting people's problems and taking advantage of people, and whether it be the pranks, whether it be whatever you're doing, man.
Yeah.
This situation right here is so fucking stupid, yo. You put yourself out there thinking that you were going to go viral, obtain attention, and people are literally forgetting you don't want to get and attract all types of attention, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no thoughts being put into this shit anymore. How did you feel when you heard the story?
When I first heard the story, I was ready to like when I first heard the story, I was ready to say cancel the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard it, until I heard that last part, right?
Bro.
When I first heard that she was that, like when I heard the victim part of the story, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, I was like, oh, okay. I hope they canceled that guy's account. I hope he gets what's coming to him. Until I was like, wait, really? Because you know how many times I have heard people talk about women that have been abused and nobody believes them,
Bro,
right?
listen.
Or men that have been abused and nobody believes
I'll
them.
flip it on you. Hey, Kyle, listen. Just on the same topic, just so we can stay here for a second. I'll flip it on you. You know how many times I've heard about women that say they've been abused and haven't, and bullshitted, or say they was pregnant and haven't, and bullshitted.
Oh, dude, I'm
telling you, bro. Listen. Fuck this picture right now. Let's talk. No, let's talk, because this is real shit right here.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like an asshole right now, but at the end of the day, I'm tired of always just hearing a story and then just crying for you. I'm tired of it. Yo, there's a lot of shit that goes on, and I'm the first one to admit it, to say, hey, I heard this happened to this person. This happened to this person. Do I feel bad? Like, yeah, I don't want nothing to happen to nobody.
No.
But at the same time, I'm not always jumping to conclusions just thinking that everybody's telling the truth all the time. I don't got a lot of trust in people no more, bro. People are full of shit.
And that is the unfortunate thing. Like me, I consider I wanna help protect everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are way too many things that get reported and get swept under the rug, and there are way too many things that get reported that are falsehoods that we don't find out until later. So it's
That's
like,
right.
who do you trust? It's the thing. I have seen it happen to my own friends, right? To people, to my family members, to people that are closest to me. I've seen things happen, craziness happen to like the closest people I know. And now, because of the job I have and the fact that I edit for abuse survivors who happen to have podcasts, they the stories, man.
I bet, man.
The stories they make sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I get you, bro. There's so much, like, you even watch some of those documentaries on Netflix, like, about the stalkers and different things.
Yep.
And like you said before, like, this is a men and woman situation for sure.
Very much.
And when it does come, of course, I'm a dad, like, I'm always looking, and I'm also a big ass dude, so I'm not usually as fearful as maybe somebody else who isn't me is, or could be. It's like, when a woman, especially like a woman who is smaller, is being taken advantage of somebody who's much bigger than them, it hits you different, yo. And I'm thinking of my daughters. I'm like, yo, listen, I don't want them to ever get into a situation and meet a guy and he seems great at first, and all of a sudden things don't start working out, or they change colors, out of nowhere, and now they're this crazy stalker showing up at her job. You know what I'm saying? That's the scariest shit in the world to me.
Facts.
But I also don't want my daughters to be out here trying to manipulate men. Nope. And if they don't do what they want, they're over here lying on them and setting them up and calling the cops saying that they got. I mean, women will literally. This is a big ass topic right here. We might want to leave this shit for another day.
Oh,
but there's a lot of bias that happens in both areas from both sides.
Yeah.
And it really needs to be discussed more, bro. But what do you think? Here's a good question, Kyle. What do you think in this person's situation? She lied. She said this guy did this and that to her, blah, 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 trying to get attention on social media, whatever it was for. And then it turned out they found out, no, she lied her ass off. She bullshitting. She made all this bullshit up.
Yep.
What do you think should happen to her? Like, do you think she should be made an example? Or do you think she fucked up, she should get a slap on the wrist, and then hopefully she'll never do it again?
Extensive therapy. Extensive therapy. because like you said, we're in a very attention seeking world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are in a very fast paced, attention seeking world, and a lot of us do not care how we get it. It's good. It's either good attention or bad attention. Should I think she should be made an example of? Yeah, but I don't think we should put like a scarlet letter on her chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
Put
she
her in jail for
does.
50 years.
Exactly. I think that she does. I believe anybody, just about anybody. I do have exceptions.
Yeah.
Can be redeemed. I think she can be redeemed. We will, but time will tell. But as far as her losing her gig, being a DoorDasher and all that, and all that stuff, she deserved all of that.
Yeah, I would say ban her from all of that shit.
All of it.
That should be one big thing that she shouldn't be able to do anymore. If you're gonna put yourself in a position or put somebody else in a position, I feel like that with those pranksters and shit too. If you're gonna constantly put people in position to damage their livelihoods for absolutely no fucking reason, you deserve to be. You deserve to have some kind of crucial punishment. When people go and I actually was watching something earlier where it was one of those guys. He dressed up. I've talked about him on the show before, but he dresses up. He's a big light skinned dude, and he went over to somebody's wife and was talking to somebody's wife or something like that, and the husband retaliated, and then the guy who was doing the prank got the nerve to get mad and start hitting the fucking husband, and of course it was somebody smaller than him or whatever. But he starts, trying to go off and, steal off. It's a prank. You mad. So if that dude would have pulled out a fucking gun and just shot his ass, right or wrong, you are interfering in people's lives in a negative way.
If you're willing to do that, sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
If you're willing to do that just for some clicks, you gotta be willing to face the consequences.
Yeah, for real.
There's consequences for everything we do, good or bad. You have to be willing to face the consequences. If you are willing to, remember when they were doing that, because the internet will just give the most. I'm sorry, call me a complainer. The internet will give the most attention to the stupidest stuff.
Yeah, for real.
Here in good old America. You know what I'm saying? If you punching somebody in the back of their head like they did not too long ago, that challenge where people will just randomly get punched, and if somebody gets knocked out, right? Somebody gets knocked out because they got punched in the back of the head, or unfortunately they didn't get back up again. They blame the person who retaliated.
Yeah, that's bullshit. You shouldn't. You should be immune. You should be immune. If somebody comes walking up to you and fucking with you, I'm not saying like, hey, listen, I don't like your shirt, and then you shoot them. Okay, yeah, you might have to go down.
Nah.
But if somebody's actively like trying to grab your wife, and you've seen them. You've seen it. There's been plenty of ridiculous shit, man. I can't even imagine if somebody did shit to me. Like,
what if somebody tried to break into your house for a prank?
No, that's not a fucking prank. You're just dead. That's just your funeral.
You cannot do that. We some paranoid people up in here. Okay. We have some, and you a dad. We can't. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, you can forget about it. But you're not lying, bro. There's people who go to those drastic lengths, and like we said before, it's all to obtain. What is the biggest thing I can do? What is the greatest thing that I can do that everybody's going to want to see? And I think that we are in we talk a lot about mental health with men, women, everybody, but we are in a realm where fantasy and reality has a really thin line between it because of this shit. Yo.
Does it?
Yeah, man. But this will be another conversation that we definitely will have on this show at some point. We're going to do a whole segment on it. But those are pretty much my hot topics for the day. Like I said, we're gonna have hot topics for the Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk show tomorrow, as well as on the ENT show, Kyle. We're gonna introduce some new ones and try to talk about some more stuff on these episodes. Here's the last one though. Here's an interesting one. This one's gonna be really fast. But look, man, we old, yo. They saying that Gen Z just labeled as dad shoes, man. Horses, yo. That was crazy when I heard this shit right here, bro.
Yeah, I saw that too. Woo.
That was the yo, bro. Listen, when I was in high school, and I tell my kids now, like my son was just trying to buy some Forces, but them shits is $120. I ain't playing. I got 4 kids.
And those are dad shoes?
They're dad shoes now.
$100-something
That is fucking
if
crazy.
they're getting that old, why isn't the price going down?
That's right. Put them shits in Walmart.
Pay less.
Put some
Shoot.
Velcro on them. I don't care. I'll still
Put 'em
wear.
right
I'll
next
still.
to right. Put them right next to the New Balance.
That's right. That's right. Let's go. But yeah. So Air Force Ones are dad shoes now, y'all. So we had they had their moment in the sun. But yo, my question to this is, and I don't know if you know. I should know.
Yep.
But what the hell are the shoes that the kids wear now, bro? Like I don't even when my kids go to school,
Yep.
2 in high school, and the other one is homeschooled. So,
Yep.
but I don't know what style is anymore. They got slides on. They just walk around in sweatpants. They don't give a shit now.
Oh, you know what style is, right? You know what style is? Freaking freaking Crocs in sports mode. That's what style is.
Senior citizen, this guy.
I'm saying it, babe. I'm saying it, babe.
Listen, I'll throw some. You know what I wear? Shit, I wear like you just said, Cop. I wear Crocs. I wear Crocs to a wedding. I don't give a damn.
Man,
Like they're comfortable, bro.
I can't get down with the plastic shoes.
Man,
I can't.
I love them, yo. I got some Captain America ones right over here. I got some green ones. I got a whole bunch of different ones. I love Crocs, yo.
Man.
But yeah, man, I thought that was funny. Like, just not those was the go-tos, man. Some Air Forces and some Tims. I had in my outfit. I had to have some construction Tims and some Forces, bro. That was just my shit.
There are 2 songs I know that are about Air Force Ones. You tell me we can't listen to those anymore? Is that too old? Is that going to be played on the old? It's going to be played on the oldie station pretty soon because they're playing they're playing our generation's hip hop on the oldie stations.
Oh
so,
yeah. That's all they got too. That's all they got. I don't even know if they play on the regular stations anymore. I don't listen to that shit. I can't listen to I cannot listen if it's not like the older stuff. Sometimes I'll put on like the like the mix of like you got a little hip hop, you got a little old school, you got a little pop. I'll put that on most of the time. But listen, bro, I haven't listened to like a hip hop radio station. I don't even know how long. They suck. I'm in Atlanta too, so I'm not even like up north
that's
anymore.
saying a lie. You in Atlanta?
Yeah, you can forget about it.
Atlanta's Black Hollywood. How do you?
I ain't listening to Little Yachty or who the fuck is the people in Juice World. I don't know.
Juice World was actually dope when he.
I can't fuck
with it. The thing was though, like the ones that they were pushing that actually had skill.
Yeah.
But this is just it's a matter of opinion. I put if I was just talking about like the ones from the younger ones from this generation, Juice WRLD would be top tier, right?
Oh wow.
Juice WRLD would be top tier. Kendrick Lamar is a little. I think he's a little bit older than them, but lyrically you got to put him on the list. If we just talking talking about the new batch,
And Kendrick Lamar is more. I mean, Lamar, even Drake, like those guys. To me, those are still lyricists, man. I'm talking about these guys who are just coming on and they just making songs with sound effects and shit. And
man,
I just don't got patience for it. Like I don't have to listen to it. So it's like, but it sucks because music, man. We talking a whole bunch of shit right now, but music used to be such a giant part of everything that I did. Mm-hmm. And now, even when I'm doing like workouts or I'm just doing my work and I'm sitting here and I don't have a TV on, I put comedy on. I put stand up on.
Same.
And I listen to stand up on, Pandora, or I listen to it all. I got a whole bunch of stand up comics on Apple Music.
On Apple Music. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like that's what I listen to now. I the only time I listen to hip hop or like any music is if I'm like working out. If I do like a hardcore workout and I need to get pumped up. Or if I just get in the mood.
Yep.
Yeah. Holiday music for sure. I'll jump into some holiday music with no fucking problem.
I feel like my world has become so like, and I don't even think it's because I'm older. I think it started after I got out of high school. I started feeling this way when I got out of high school. I'm like, I'm done listening to the same 10 songs every hour on the hour. So I started seeking out other types of music from different places around the world in different styles and whatever. And I discovered so much that I can't even keep up with it anymore. And I'm like
Yeah.
trying to, and I'm introducing it to my friends, and they're introducing me to new stuff. And then thanks to YouTube and Spotify and all these other stuff, I'm like, I'm getting introduced to genres that are on top of genres, on top of this, on top of this. And I'm like,
That's right.
my playlist is crazy, that sometimes I gotta remember, okay, you can't just, if I'm hosting a party or something, I can't just play my music. I gotta play to the crowd. So I'll ask
Yeah.
ahead of time, are you okay if I share a song with you? Because I'll share some obscure stuff, some old stuff, some real old stuff, some real obscure crazy stuff, and they'll be like, oh, and if they're like, hey, run that back, okay, good. I try to gauge people's reactions, what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then
But
other times it's like, not so sure, but I
yeah,
can't stop the music.
we definitely gonna jump into music talk probably a little bit more on the entertainment show as well, because
Oh yeah.
there is a couple of things I want to talk about in that area. But
Mm.
guys, listen, we're gonna use the rest of the time for the show tonight to talk about one of the main topics that I had tonight. I mean, it's not a giant topic, but it's actually a good question. I mean, this is what started it off for me, and hopefully you guys are wanting to know, why do people cheat? Why do people cheat? Now, we don't know. We don't have the fucking answers for you, but we're just going to do like a discussion on it. And here's the post that I saw. And this is why I kind of came up with this. Let me move the banner real quick. But it says that cheating has been normalized so much in society that people act like loyalty is something to be proud of, when it's just a bare minimum. Now, that's a really interesting take. It's a really interesting take, yo. When you say something like cheating has been normalized,
Yeah.
okay, I can understand that. But when you say something like loyalty is something that you should be proud of, I definitely think that loyalty is something you should be proud of.
Absolutely.
Yeah, loyalty is and this isn't just to your relationship with your partner. This is to almost anything you do, bro. Like, you got a loyalty to yourself, you got a loyalty to your standards. There's a lot of different factors when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Kyle?
I believe, number one, I believe you're right, but I also believe that it's coming from a very now we are two monogamous dudes, right? Excuse me.
Hopefully. I know I am. Don't get me out. Go get my ass in trouble. Oh, coffee, the worst time to cough. Sorry, I don't want to make you laugh. My bad. But yeah, we are.
But okay, so yeah, you and I, we're 100% monogamous. Can't fathom doing anything else. Plus, I've been cheated on before. Okay, I have been cheated on before. It hurt like hell. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this straight up. When me and Babe got together, I asked her straight up, are you like, do you ever think, like, I asked her about, how do you feel about dating other people before we even got together, because I wanted to know what are her thoughts. Me personally, I'm a no, right? She said no, right? So that was it. I wanted to get that part out the way, because I had been cheated on before, and I was with someone for 2.5 years off and on, and how it ended is they cheated.
Yeah. Yeah, and cheating is definitely something that, whenever it happens, it's like there's almost no preparation for it. Like, I mean, you can ask somebody.
Most of the time, it's none. Like, none. I wasn't expecting it. Shoot.
You can ask somebody like, "Hey, are you going to cheat on me?" And they're gonna be like, and they're probably being honest, like, "No, I would never do that," whatever. But that's the thing. So let's take it. Let's dissect it a little bit.
Yep.
Let's go with the relationship aspect, because like you said, Kyle, that's one of the biggest things. Like, when you're with somebody, for the most part, most people are expecting a relationship to be between two people.
Usually.
Between two people. That's usually the normal. That's fair to say at this point.
Fair to assume it's the accepted part.
So when you're in that situation, you're kind of guided by that commitment. Now, what happens? This is what happens. You still live in a world where you are around different types of people. Now this is gonna be a little bit of a rant, not too long, but just a little bit. But your engagement with people is going to be had in work. It's going to be had when you shop. It's going to be had when you go out for, drinks or go out for fun, recreation, everything outside or even with the person that you're with. So you love the things that you love about the person that you're with, but you also get to know them in a way that you don't get to know other people. So now you know not only the good things, but if you're close enough with somebody, you know a lot of the bad things as well. So now you don't just have one side, that good side, that's like, I love everybody. I love this hamburger. It's so damn good. Everything on it is good. But you take a bite out of it, now you know what's inside. Ah, man, it's got mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. But you still love hamburgers, but you don't like mushrooms. So what you're going to do, you're going to try to push the mushrooms to the side. You're going to try to eat around them, but the mushrooms is always going to be there. But you love hamburgers. But somewhere in your head, as well as outside that door, hamburgers with mushrooms exist. Without mushrooms exist. So you know when you take that bite and there's a one big fat mushroom that really pissed you off. And then you go to the bar with your girls and there's a hamburger sitting there without mushrooms and it's got fried onions on it and it look good. Basically, my point is being funny. Temptation. Why do people cheat? Number one reason in my head is temptation. And there's so much temptation. Good night, baby. There's so much temptation that is available without you even leaving the house at this point in time. That is why I think. But that's one of the reasons I think. What you think, Kyle?
I think you're right. I think you're right. But this is where communication, right, has to be number one. Like communication in relationships, no matter what your dynamic is, I feel has to be number one on everybody's list, because you're good because it's not always gonna be sunshine and roses in every relationship, and there's gonna be times where and there's gonna be times where you wonder that wonder what would they do if that were to happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And that is, and as a and I know, call me unrealistic if you want, but as someone who is pushing 40, right, I'd rather, and has already gone through the worst heartbreak in his life, which also I feel prepared me for the relationship I'm in now. So it did have some interesting side effects, because it did help me grow.
But, for sure.
But the signs of her wanting to cheat were there when I thought about it in retrospect that I did not see before. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, communicate with your partner or partners. Where is the boundary line? What do you like because there are people out here with more than one boyfriend, more than one girlfriend. Some are living with multiple people. And because that's not considered the norm, it's usually like one or two people, right? Like this may be a good example, maybe a bad example. Neo has 4 girlfriends. Yeah. Right? Neo has 4 girlfriends. But that's it. He just has 4 girlfriends. They all know about each other, and as far as I know, they all live in the same house.
Yeah, so there's a understandable boundary. Yes, there's an understandable boundary by everybody.
There is a boundary, there is balance. I have seen examples of polyamorous relationships working. I have seen examples of polyamorous relationships having wobbly dynamics, as someone who is monogamous and has never even tried to have because my thing is, I'm bad at multitasking. I'm not gonna do that.
Listen, I mean, even if it's not multitasking, it's just dealing with it, polyamorous or polymonogamous relationship, whatever you say. Yeah, however you say that shit.
Polyamory. Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, Kyle, when you're in that situation, if you have that general understanding, hey, I got 4 girlfriends, but as soon as one of them or you go to try to get number 5, then the 4 have the right to be fucking mad, because at the end of the day, that is cheating. So it's like,
was it discussed? No.
Yeah, was it discussed? What you said, I think, like we were saying, like the question is, why do people cheat? And if you're saying like, people lack of communication or understandable boundaries, I definitely understand that, because I think that is another big thing. People not knowing. There are people who are really naive, bro. And sometimes I look around at people who are close to me, and I'm even surprised sometimes. Like, hey, how do you not know that that's not wrong? I mean, how do you not know that that's wrong? How do you not know that that's something that, that person may be entertaining you a little bit? That person may be trying to bait you, maybe trying to groom you, whatever you want to call it. Like, how are you not aware of that? But there are people out there, especially women, who really feel like, hey, well, I can't say especially women, because there's definitely guys too who are buying women limo rides and taking them to fucking Six Flags and Disney World the first date. But it's like, how do you not understand? Like, there are people out there who are trying to obtain you, even though you're already obtained, even though you got a wedding ring on, even though they know that your boyfriend comes and brings you lunch every single day. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to also uphold your part, your character, your strength, even, like, to be able to turn down somebody, even if you are friendly, even if you have all these reasons. Oh, he's just being nice. Even if you want to make excuses for everybody. Like, that's another thing I feel like. I feel like people are way too open, if that makes sense. Like, you're way too open to entertain everybody. Like, I am one of the ones who really do feel like if you are in a relationship, you should have like a fence around you, bro. You should have like a fence with a lock on it. And there's a couple of people who could pass that fence, but it's not many. It's not many. You may have some friends, but there should be a boundary on you, whether it be kind of how you dress, how you take care of yourself, how you present yourself when you're in a relationship. I'm not saying you got to be a fucking, a nun. But yeah, see? But it's like, it should be a reasonable projection that, hey, listen, I like to be out, I like to enjoy myself, but I'm not putting myself out there. Yep. And I think that's what people lack a lot now too.
Yeah. It's understanding. It's communication. It is also the fact that yes, we are not now. We also have to look at it like this. I have seen science explain that humans are not necessarily built to be monogamous. Monogamy is a choice, which I gladly make every day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
too, bro.
Not everybody feels the same way, but I feel like if you were to communicate with the people, especially when you got people doing whatever with whomever all the time and not getting checked when they should, you know what I'm saying?
I tell you, that's one of the, believe it or not, that's one of the main things for me, bro. I don't nobody want that crazy mess to be going on, especially in your house where you have so much you're trying to do.
Yep.
Just to be, screwing all the time and then you see, and then as you get older too, you start to see just how nasty people are, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You live with people, you see things, you've been watching things for 30 plus years. Yep. And you just really start to understand, like, whether women and men, people get up, don't wash their ass right. You listen, y'all want to hear some funny shit real quick? This is some funny and nasty shit at the same time.
My head's already rolling back.
I'm gonna say it. When I was younger, I used to definitely be one of the dudes where, listen, if I'm sexually, into it, there's not much I fucking won't do. I'll be dead ass with you. Oh. And as I've gotten older, because, like I just said, of the knowledge that I've gained and the things that I learned and stuff now, I'm way more like restraint. Like, I have much more restraint now. And one of the nastiest things that it didn't happen to me, but I heard about, was somebody, I don't even know if it was a friend, I don't even want to lie to y'all, but this guy had said that he did something with a girl, and when he went down, she had pieces of toilet paper, like, in her ass. Like,
that happens.
And this is, listen,
that happens.
Like you said, Kyle, that does happen.
Yeah.
But that shit shocked me, bro. I was like, because like I said, like, when you in the moment,
Uh-huh.
You definitely is like, listen, I don't give a fuck. We could be in a pig pen, like I'm doing whatever I want to you.
Yeah.
But to have that knowledge and be like, ew, that is something that happens. You wipe
Mm-hmm.
your ass and then you got the paper left. You can't see your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you was at work, you sat on the toilet, the community toilet that everybody sit on, and then you
Yeah.
gonna bring her dirty ass back to your house and go to town. That shit is fucking disgusting. Like, and I think about that now. But when I was younger, full of testosterone, ready to unleash,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that age does kind of like
The
age and
age humbles you.
knowledge.
Age age will do a million things to you because
Yeah.
because I've discovered that the older we get, the the like a lot of cases of STDs and SDIs are happening in the old folks home, right?
Oh,
They don't
oh man,
in the
yeah,
old
that
folks
shit,
home. They get down,
bro.
okay?
They
Because they're like,
wild,
look,
yo.
because they're like, we're old. What the heck else we gonna do? And a lot of
Right.
and a lot of them, a lot of them ain't using protection. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? They
Yeah.
living on the wild side, catching everything. So some people out here cheating. They got wives in the next room. They don't
That's
get.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking the nurses.
Turns
The
into
nurses
a
is
good.
what, bro. Listen,
It
if you
turns into a
check
good
out some of
old
the,
fashioned.
yeah, no, you're right, you're right. This is an interesting ass topic,
You
but
know.
I'll be watching like I like I said, I watch a lot of shit. Like I'm on
Mm,
Reddit. I'm always looking for stories and topics.
yep.
But I see like one thing that I always see is nurses, the
Yep.
nurses that be in the damn hospitals and stuff.
Yep.
Bro, them some of the freakiest motherfuckers I ever seen. Every single thing, or like you go on Reddit, you go on X, you go on anything,
Yep.
and you just always see like scrubs. You pulling them down, they got butt plugs in and
Uh-huh.
working with butt plugs all day, and I'm sitting there like, damn, y'all wild. Like, is the nursing industry that sexual? Like, y'all always just motivated or something?
Asking
I
for
don't
extra,
understand. Sponge baths.
sponge baths and such. Listen,
She dropping bombs in the comments over
listen.
here.
Oh my God. No. Okay, okay. Look, I think a lot of that was happening before, with or without the porn industry, that was already happening. But
Crazy.
let's talk about this for a second. We're talking about temptation. We're also talking about fantasy. There are some
Yeah,
people out there who believe that if you're in a relationship and you still watch porn, that's cheating.
that's
Some people,
crazy.
some people
Fuck that.
believe that if you're watching porn and you still in a relationship, that's cheating,
That is so
right?
crazy. That is too
I
much.
now personally, like, full disclaimer, I still watch porn.
Hell yeah.
Like
Every day.
full disclaimer, I still watch porn. As an editor, though, I'm checking for oh, I'm hearing extra voices in the background for what reason? This was edited the wrong way. It's like I don't watch it the same way anymore.
Yeah.
But
Shit, I watch it. I watch it, and I like to watch shit. I watch shit I'm not into. I watch shit like I've said it on this show a long time ago. Like I like. It's weird that I just like to watch shit. Like I'm
yeah,
interested in what people are interested in.
yeah.
And but yeah, I love porn, bro. I'm always looking at ass and titties. My wife, she'll tell you. So she go get on my Instagram. There's always some titties. Looking at titties. My son. I was holding my son the other day.
Oh my
I'm holding
God.
my baby and shit. And the first thing my wife comes over and sees is one of the wrestlers in a bikini or something. Looking at titties. Look, all
Yeah,
titties all day.
you still looking at it.
All day.
It's just PG-13. That's it. I have asked the same thing. I have asked the same thing of Babe, and she knows I watch porn from the very beginning. She already knew,
Yeah.
and it's like it's number one. Yes, it's mind numbing entertainment.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all it is. We have seen the same 50 scenarios a bunch of times. A lot of them have to do with cheating. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. That's true too.
also, a lot of them have to do with cheating. Oh, conveniently, the husband's out, or the husband's dead, or the
Yeah.
wife is out of town, or you have a stepdaughter or a stepson, or cheating is like one of the biggest categories.
Yeah, shit. Now it's really words just because I don't even like the videos no more. I don't like the oh well we did production shit. I watch the real shit.
You watch the
So
amateur stuff?
I watch
Yeah.
amateur real shit. I like watching people actually cheating. People fucking
Oh,
the Amazon man when it comes to drop off the Amazon package. Listen, I'll be watching you know what the good one? The Uber.
Oh,
Yo,
no. Oh, no.
Uber will if you watch the Uber porn, the real shit, and people
no.
jerking off in the back of the cars and shit, bro, listen,
my
that
God.
will stop you dead in your tracks from doing Uber. I'll tell you that shit right now.
Oh my God.
Fucking doing weird shit back there, and I'm like,
is-
nah.
It's crazy. Now there's some people who here's one thing that I heard that stopped me in my tracks. A friend of mine told me that somebody told him that their significant other or whatever said it's not cheating to them as long as you don't do it in the butt. I'm like,
Nah, that's
hey, wait,
bananas.
whoa. Hold on. So you're gonna give a pass for the hole you choose to really? I mean,
Do you really love that person if you could say that? Like do you? How much do you think somebody cares about? If you could tell your wife, I mean, it's hard because there are people who dish their wife out and let their friends fuck their wife and shit. But how do you really love somebody like that?
It number one, did she consent to this? Is everything okay with y'all, or
It
is
usually
there
looks
something
like it.
like did you like because swingers are out there?
Yeah, swingers. Yeah.
The swinger communities. The funny thing is, the swinger communities. It seems like if they do it right, they got it on lock. They're checking for for health. They're making sure everybody's okay, hydrated, stuff like that. It's like hold on, what are we not doing as monogamous people, right? Where the swingers out here, they seem to, at least depending on which area you go to, they seem to have understanding going on. I don't know what is it that we're not doing. I don't know. I don't know anybody in the swinger community or nothing like that, but I do know signs to look out for because the internet, And
I mean, I think people also just like you said before, man. I think it's just there's certain boundaries. Like I think even
yes,
the longer you've been with people, like people like to experiment, people like to try things, and things happen, man. You get older, you get tired. Me personally, I'm in the realm of I'm just more tired, bro. Like we got kids, we got this.
Yep.
Every now and then, me and my wife, we definitely get into our shit or whatever. But it's like a lot of times, like she wakes up with the baby, especially when you got kids, bro. It's like you forget about it. So you might as well just shut everything the fuck down. But as you're doing stuff, it's like it's not as I don't know, it just doesn't draw as much attention as it used to, man. I used to not be able to lay in bed. Yeah, I used to be able to not even be in bed with a woman and not have sex. Like we had this every fucking time. You forget. It was one time I came home with this one girl I was dating, and I got home. It was late. I got over her house. It was really late. And I woke her ass up like, nope, let's go. I've been talking to your ass all night. It's late. No, you're tired. I don't give a fuck. Wake up. Let's go. And she did. But it's like now, like you said, pushing 40. I'm not saying that we don't have none, but I'm just like, it's not as important as it used to be for me anymore, bro. I don't have to fuck everything all the time now.
The more I talk to you, the more I realize you and I have lived completely different lives. Completely different lives. Okay, let me tell you something, because I am not the type I've been in one situationship I didn't think I'd be in.
Yeah.
Put it that way. I thought it was it was going to turn into something romantic, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And no offense to her, she told me straight up I wasn't the only guy she was seeing at the time. She told me that immediately when we realized we liked each other. It was that that whole thing. And she noticed that I didn't want to go into bed right away. And we've known each other for a long time, right? And I'm not the type of person. I want to get to know you, because my thing is I get pleasure from giving you pleasure. So
so you want to know somebody. Yeah.
I want to know you. I want to know your likes and dislikes. What kind of music do you want to have? Because I got playlists. You know what I'm saying? So no, I like to set the mood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like to set a whole mood. I'm romantic with it.
The romantic, yep.
So my thing is, can we have a chat? Can we talk? There is a song by the group Dead Prez, right? And it's actually called Mind Sex, right?
Mm.
It's an old joint. It's called Mind Sex, right? And they basically said, let's talk about mind sex. We don't have to take our clothes off yet. We could burn an inset and just lay back and just have some good vibrations before we make love. Let's have a good conversation, and that's the type of vibe I want to give off. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
So
that either, man. Because I
yeah.
mean, there's things that you benefit in, building relationships with people like that. You probably benefit of a lot of a deeper connection. One thing that you do get in a lot of times when you are just physically going at it all the time is you do lose that feeling because I don't give a fuck what nobody says. When you do, obtain the person that you're like, trying to get and you get it,
Mm,
I mean, maybe a couple times it's
mm.
cool. It's like, yeah, but then after a while, bro, you definitely are just on some, okay, well, okay,
You're on
whatever. Like,
autopilot at that point.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it does happen. People like, I mean, there's some people out there, oh, my stuff is so good. They are always, whatever, bro. Like, that sounds good. But at the end of the day, people are doing it because they're doing it. But if I got a game on or something like that, and I'm more interested in that right now, and you gonna come in and I'm just gonna, oh no, I gotta turn this on. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm busy. I'm good. But
Man,
it's a
ah.
lot of stuff you could talk about. This is also another topic that there's a lot of branches you can branch away from. But
But that's also why I like teasing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I like me and Babe will tease each other all the time, and and for me it don't even take much, which is probably obvious. You know what I'm saying? I was a very big nerd in high school, so any kind of attention I got, I was happy. You know what I'm saying?
happy with it.
And that nerd in high school is still in me. I just have a little more life experience now.
There you
That
go.
is
Yeah, you're growing now.
that is that is that is it. But not once will I ever ask Babe to do anything that she's not comfortable doing, nor will I, ask to bring anybody else in. The only thing I've ever done was we did watch one together,
Yeah,
right?
porn.
We did because no, because it was from the HBO and Skinemax days.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
turns out we had watched the same one when we were kids, and we just wanted to go back to memory lane, and we were just
Bro,
and we and we were just ragging on it. We were cracking on it the whole time because the acting was so bad, the
yep.
sets were so bad, the music was so generic. We just had so much fun cracking on it,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
that shit used to be fun back in the day, bro. If
Man,
anybody remembers like the back in the day, like Real Sex and Taxi Cab
and Taxi
Confessions and
Cab
bro,
Confessions
G
in those
String Divas.
G string.
I used to tape them. I used to put a blank tape in, and when they come on, my parents they probably knew about it. Their parents fucking know everything, but I used to tape them, bro. I used to put in the tape and tape all that shit and have it in the room, just a blank tape sitting in the room somewhere.
I
But
memorized the time. I looked at the TV Guide channel and I memorized the time that it was going to come on.
yeah.
It's like, okay, Lost Planet Bikini Babes. Oh, okay. Oh, that one. That one.
You watching some comic book shit? What the fuck?
That one. Okay. No. Seriously,
Damn.
there was a whole series of just every title had bikini in it. Like there's
That's crazy.
Bikini Jones. It's a parody of Indiana Jones. There's 1950s
Oh,
Bikini Party. There's Lost Girls from the Bikini Planet. That like seriously, I
that's
memorized
crazy.
just about everyone. Every time I saw the word bikini in it, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I know what I'm going in for because they use the same people, same actors. They use they use different sets and whatever, but they use the same actors half the time, same music, just in different scenarios, and they would change up whomever produced it. You know what I'm saying?
That is some
So
crazy shit.
it was
Yeah, there's a
just
lot of
so
wild shit back in the day.
it was just so if you can find them all now. You can find them all like on any website. So,
That's so crazy. Listen, y'all.
mhm,
I don't know where the hell we went from cheating to this, but it's some good ass conversation. But back, and I know y'all remember too when whatever y'all was doing back in the day and stuff like that. As
mhm.
far as when we was younger, because that was when we were the most like interested. We ain't know everything was
We
mysterious,
know
but
we knew nothing. Our bodies were changing. Our brains
yup,
couldn't keep up.
Now we're all old and worn out and tired of it and shit. We're like, oh, whatever. I saw that shit a million times.
Let's sit down and watch a Hallmark film and crack on that.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know,
and eat something. That's a big one right there. Let's get some food. Let's watch fucking Hell's Kitchen and chill out for the rest of the night. But yo, Kyle, listen, bro. Guys, it was man, I really enjoyed coming back on here. You guys don't understand how much, it's crazy, but when you do something, man, and then you like step away or you miss it, bro. I miss this shit. When I'm not behind this mic, I miss it so much. And being back tonight definitely opened the door. I can't wait to get back on tomorrow and talk wrestling with you guys. And Kyle, I can't wait for us to do the ENT show this week because it's going to be really good. I'm going to send you all the info probably tomorrow.
Awesome.
But B-Line, listen, bro. Thank you guys for rocking with us. This has been episode 148 of the B-Line Web Show, man. This is the longest show we've had on the channel so far. Definitely make sure you tune in tomorrow night. We are going to be having Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be on Facebook. That's going to be on YouTube as well as Twitch. So definitely join us over there. Please make sure that you're following us and subscribe to us. We're looking for 10 subscribes every single show. Please make sure that you also head on over to A for Abled podcast and definitely follow Kyle Eric. There we go. Got some episodes out there.
New episodes coming soon. The episode where you and I are is coming up soon. And
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got stuff coming down the pipeline. I've just been surprisingly busy.
That's awesome. Busy is good, man. Being busy is good. But Kyle, we're going to be back at it. B-Line, we're going to be back at it. I got some work to do tonight. I ain't going to sleep till like maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm finally taking a nap earlier. So I'm about to get me some food and get to work. But until tomorrow, I'm going to leave you telling you to stay true, stay positive, pay attention. And, we back, man. That's the most important thing. Kyle, until Wednesday, bro.
Yep.
We up out of here, man. Let me just get everything situated straight. But guys, have a great night, yo. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the B-Line Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the B-Line Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the B-Line Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications so you can make sure you're getting all the great content from the B-Line Entertainment LLC. Let's go!